Forget what you learned in school. Never mind what your parents told you, and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle. And when your journey is over and you're safe at home, they promise you'll be stronger, smarter, and just plain better. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of At Odds, recorded in the back room of the Doubleheader Bar and Studio in the greater Lansing area in the great state of Michigan. In what country, Nate?
Rwanda.
Today we'll talk about the Patraeus affair. We're going to give a timeline of when he met Paula and what it means to the Benghazi attack and what the future holds for all of the players. But before we do that, let's talk about Thanksgiving. Nate, how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was a couple days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
fell on a Thursday this year.
I know it. Sometimes it does that. Not all the time.
Sometimes it does do that.
And we're still in the heart of the Thanksgiving weekend holiday that kicks off the Christmas holiday season.
Yeah, Black Friday.
Black Friday
was yesterday, actually.
Yep.
Did you go out shopping?
I did not, because I don't shop even when it's not Black Friday.
Okay.
But my wife and daughter went out at 1 minute after midnight.
Did they?
Yeah. They went to our local Myers, they said was dead.
Yeah.
And then they went to Walmart, which they said was pretty packed.
Pretty busy, yeah.
Now, the Myers sales didn't start until 6 a.m.,
Yep.
so that was one of the reasons
right.
why they were slow.
Yep.
But they said Myers was pretty packed. They did Walmart. I'm sorry, yeah. And the thing is, their shopping was they had to buy some cat food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Probably didn't get a great Black Friday
They
deal
came
on
back with a television set,
it.
but they went out for a cat food.
Yeah, that's how that works.
They got a 36-inch TV for the living room. See, I have my own den, which has a really nice high-def TV in it, just for me, because that's the way I roll.
Yeah, we should hang out in there. Sometimes.
Anytime you want to come to my den, Nate, you are more than welcome. I have dead animals hanging all over the wall. I've got furs and skulls and bones, and I have some animals too. And
live animals, huh?
No, I meant the bones and the skulls.
Oh, I got you.
Were human. Try to keep up.
I missed your joke.
I know it. And
that's sick.
I do have a human skull, but it's made of styrofoam.
Oh.
Anyways, you couldn't see it in here because we're in the back room of the doubleheader. But you're welcome to come.
I thought you had a picture of it. But...
No, you're welcome to come to my den anytime and have a cocktail or two.
I'll take you up on that.
I wish you wouldn't. But anyways, they went out shopping and they came back about 3 in the morning or so, again with this television set that they want me to help them install. Which I told them, no, you got to clear out all the mess and take all the wires off the old TV, and then I will lift it up and put it in place, and then they can connect it up again. Yeah. So I'm really just brute labor.
Yeah.
And the more I stay out of their way, the better. But other than that, I had a nice Thanksgiving. Just my wife and my daughter, and we had a nice turkey. And
yeah, we had ham and turkey actually. It was pretty good.
And you went to see both kind of sides there, or what?
We ended up at both of our parents. Yeah. My mom was in the hospital for most of
I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Hope things work out.
Yeah. Hopefully it will.
Your mom has to be a wonderful person because she raised such a wonderful child.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I really like your brother.
Necessarily. Okay. I was gonna say.
See where I went there?
I don't know that I'm necessarily the a good example.
I wasn't talking about you at all.
What she can design.
Yeah.
But,
But you had a nice time.
Yeah, we did. Had a nice time at both places. You and I actually went out on Wednesday, which is the biggest bar night of the year.
We did. We went out and we bought some equipment for our studio.
Yes, we did.
We bought some mic stands.
It's not in stock yet. Well, we do have the new mic stands.
Yeah, which we're using now, which I like very nice. Yeah, very well. But we wanted to get a new mixer box. They said they had it, and they didn't. It was a bit bait and switch. They were very willing to sell us the 24-channel, $350.
Yeah, what we're trying to get away from. We're trying to
get a smaller,
consolidate here. Yeah.
So it's more portable. We could do remote shows and such, but they didn't have it. But we ordered it, and it should be in Monday. So that's good.
That's what they tell us.
And then after that, we did go out to a local watering hole restaurant and had a nice cocktail, and you and your significant other.
Yeah, he and I had some dinner.
No, it's not a guy. Very beautiful woman.
Yes.
You guys had a nice meal.
Yeah.
And
a very friendly, diminutive.
Yeah, we had a beautiful waitress, a very young lady, very diminutive, monkular in effect, almost elfin.
Yeah.
In her appearance. I mentioned this to her in a nice way. I said,
almost exactly like that, actually.
Yeah, I said,
mentioned it to her.
I said, you're very beautiful and very attractive, but your features are just very diminutive. She goes, oh, well, I'm not sure that she knew what that meant.
Yeah.
But
she kind of, yeah.
And she had to be, 20?
Yeah, I would
maybe?
think so, yeah.
She goes, I was voted most feminine in my high school. And I could see that. You look like a doll. I mean, to scale doll.
Yeah, right.
And it wasn't that she was not short or anything. She was tall.
Yeah.
Average height, but it was just her features. You have to agree with me, right, Nate?
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Everything was
100%.
shrunken a little bit.
Yep.
All in proportion, all beautiful, but just very, very, I think I mentioned gracile.
Yeah.
Actually, I did. And that, she didn't know that either, so.
Yeah.
But anyways, we had a nice time there, but we didn't stay out late because it's a busy bar night. We wanted to get in before the amateurs were out on the road drunk driving and stuff, And
that's exactly why we left.
And that was Wednesday. But did you go out on Black Friday? Did you go out and shop?
Yeah, we actually did a bit. We left my parents around midnight, stopped at Meijer. It was dead too.
So Friday morning? Or Thursday night, midnight?
Yeah, was when I left my parents, and we went to Meijer.
That's a little drive.
About 12:30, yeah. And there was nobody at Meijer, really.
Yeah, because the sales
didn't start yet.
Yep.
We went to Toys R Us. We went to Walmart.
Because you wanted something.
From Toys R Us?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Christy, I want a remote control helicopter for Christmas. So, yeah.
She does not listen to the show.
Too bad she doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah, you're getting nothing.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. What are you going to do?
We can't do anything.
We went to Justice, which...
I don't know what Justice is.
It's a clothing store for...
Gay men or what?
Or like young...
Effeminate
young
women?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I see. Kids clothing, yeah.
Kids clothing.
Yeah. They got to wear clothes, too.
Yeah, I know.
Society expects that.
Yep. I think I agree with that.
You agree with that position? Mandatory clothing would be all right?
Yeah. Do we? Well, okay.
Yeah, there you go, see? I don't want the government telling me what to do, but telling me to wear clothes is all right.
You said society, though, and I think there is a difference between
government and society.
And government, yeah.
Perhaps.
Unfortunately, we're heading towards government controlling and actually being society.
Right.
I think we're going that way, but that's not,
That is not the scope of our discussion
now.
No,
it's not. No, we're talking about Black Friday, which is much more pertinent to a political talk show.
Certainly.
Speaking of
which...
It's
economy.
How about this garbage with Walmart and Target and that, how they, Walmart's, their sales started around 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day, actually. Black Friday used to be like a 6, 7 a.m. thing.
Right.
Walmart and I think Target and maybe some other places, they're open the night before, all night, and all day Friday, even staying open late on Fridays. But a few workers, it was a handful of workers, like most things like this are, were upset and
I think we're going to agree on this.
They're protesting because, Walmart needed people to work.
Sure.
And they say that Thanksgiving is a family time.
Right. I think we're going to agree on this.
That's fine.
But what's your point? Just to make sure.
Leading up to it, I mean,
what you're saying is you don't like these constant interruptions?
We have a vast...
What you want me to do is to back down?
We have a very deep listener base. And I want to give the details so I know that all... all levels of...
The whole spectrum.
The whole spectrum of our
So that's a word that you might want to look up. The whole spectrum of our listenership.
Yes. I
all
want to
three
make
of
sure
them.
they get all the details. Yeah, there's three of them, and they're all at three different levels.
want. Yeah.
The problem was these few employees are upset that Walmart wants people to work on Thanksgiving because they think that they shouldn't be allowed to be open and make people work and stay away from their families.
Right.
So they were protesting, and it was never that big, but, they hold up the sign saying, oh, it's corporate greed and this is a family day. And, Target made a public statement, said they actually put lists, or they had sign-up sheets for somebody that wanted to work on Thanksgiving.
Which seems to be a reasonable...
They had more people sign up than they had slots for. I mean, you're getting time and a half or double time.
Right.
Something like that.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you want to do it?
And in these economic times, why wouldn't people want to get some extra money?
Yeah, and obviously, my stance is that these businesses shouldn't be required to be closed ever.
Right. The business of America is business.
Yeah, and you don't have to work there. Yeah, you may need the job, but when you take a job at Walmart in retail, working the floor, it's not going to be ideal hours, and you're not going to have a lot of leeway in most cases.
And the thing is, the most senior people are going to have the time off, and it's the newer employees that are going to...
That's how it goes. Yeah. Think about in all, all industries, like what places have been open on Thanksgiving historically. I mean, gas stations, pharmacies, some of them family run, but those places are open because we need them to be open.
Hospitals.
Yeah, right, exactly. McDonald's was open 24 hours this year around
some
May.
Restaurants, yes.
Can you imagine if all those places closed down and all commerce just stopped?
It would be chaos.
People need fuel to travel, and some people like to go out and eat. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving for whatever reason.
Right.
Who knows? So, I just...
It's what the market demands, right?
That's exactly right.
If people don't want to shop on that day, they're not going to be open. Right.
That's exactly right.
And so they're going to find out. They're going to look at their sales. They're going to say, hey, the sales weren't very good on Thanksgiving. It wasn't worth us staying open, and the market will dictate that.
Yeah. If
sales were up, they're going to be open. And yeah, you're right. I tend to agree with that. And I had some people on Facebook that were bitching and moaning because they had to work, and I said, listen, these economic times, you're lucky you have a job. It's those customers that help support your job.
Yeah.
You will be able to have time with your family before and after your shift. I mean, my wife's a nurse. She works holidays.
Yeah.
Often.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but she does get paid time and a half for that. So these are things, police officers, nurses, doctors, all these people work during holidays.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the nature of our beast.
Yeah, and I mean, Thanksgiving, I guess this is a good point. I don't remember because we rarely talk.
Well, wait a second. Now, I just want to say to our listeners that we are going to talk about a particular topic later in the show, but Nate and I are going to talk about Thanksgiving.
We do plan to get to the Patraeus and how
I didn't even mention that.
How that ties in with Benghazi. You already did earlier.
Did I?
Yeah.
See, I forgot.
You opened the show saying we're going to talk about Patraeus, and then I went into Thanksgiving. But
which is fine with me.
Yeah.
You're the producer. You're the boss. You're the one that writes my checks.
Yeah. The good news is I can mute your mic at any second here.
And you do post editing.
And
I could be completely out of the show.
And you might be.
That's what I'm worried about.
It'll be a very interesting talk show.
The viewership will go right up. The listeners will go up.
That's what
we'll
happens,
get more followers.
Yeah.
Get that stupid SOB out of there. Cut them out.
Yeah.
Anyways, you were talking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't remember because we rarely talk outside of this show.
No, never.
You went to
We lead very private lives.
You went to a private elementary school or public elementary school?
I went first grade through 12th grade at a private Catholic school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were
Not
taught
much.
about Thanksgiving and what they told you Thanksgiving really was about?
Yeah, that aliens came down.
Okay.
Landed at Fraggle Rock.
Okay.
And from there we went out and discovered Disneyland and Disney World.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a very well-rounded education.
I learned some interesting things about Walt Disney recently, but we won't even get into that.
Please, that's another show.
Maybe on a different note.
Wow. Yeah, Pilgrims went over. It was a great symbiotic relationship between the Native Americans and the